Walmart may be taking another stab at streaming and go head-to-head with Amazon Prime. A new report out says the retailer is exploring deals with a number of major media companies. Julia Borston's got the details. Julia.
Well, Melissa, we've reached out to Walmart for comment. We have not heard back yet, but the New York Times is reporting that Walmart is exploring bundling a streaming service into its Walmart Plus membership program, and that Walmart has held talks with executives at Paramount, Disney, and Comcast as it evaluates how it could use TV shows and movies to drive subscribers to Walmart Plus. That's the service which costs $13 a month and includes free shipping. Now, I've talked to some of the companies named in the article, Paramount and Disney. They've told me no comment. I've not gotten through to Comcast yet, but I've talked to some sources in the space. Multiple sources tell me that these talks are indeed happening. And here's why this could make sense. It could build on Walmart Plus offering Spotify Premium for 6 months for free to its subscribers. And it would follow in the way Amazon has used original and licensed content to keep subscribers hooked on Amazon Plus, and on the way that Verizon and T-Mobile have offered their subscribers free or discounted access to streamers. For instance, certain Verizon plans include access to Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus. And here's one other thing. If Walmart could license content to stream with ads, those ads would be incredibly valuable, similar to the way that Amazon and Google have been able to use product search data to drive their own ad growth. Guys?
Julia, thank you. Julia Borston. For more on the streaming landscape, let's bring in ReachTV CEO Lynnwood Bibbens. Lynnwood, good to have you here in the house.
It's great to be in person finally.
Finally. What do you make of this report? I
think it's amazing. I think when you look at especially Walmart, they are a media company, and I think bundling them with Disney Plus or Disney in general will be amazing. The offering and the value that the consumer will get is unmatched. And especially with $12.95 shipping and what they're trying to do and compete with Amazon with the acquisition of Jet, with what they're doing, it's a super smart move.
They have been very forward in terms of their thinking of how they use online properties, et cetera. And I'm wondering, why do you think Walmart's a media company? That's the first I've ever heard.
Because back in my old days of building tech out, we built out the retail media inside of Walmart. And when you look at what they built inside of there and how many consumers they have in it, and people that actually watch the screens inside of a Walmart, that is a media company. That's pure viewership and people that are spending money.
Yeah.
But Lynn, you wouldn't want to see a company like Walmart. And again, we all get why adding more services to a Plus service is just stickier for the customers who are doing it. It may attract new customers, but you don't really want to see them going out and doing what Amazon's doing. You want to see them license. You don't want to see them create new content. That's getting to be a very crowded sort of place. Now, they obviously have the balance sheet to do that if they want to. I don't think investors in Walmart would really appreciate that, though.
I think what the package they're trying to do is take from, like, a Disney Plus, where they don't have to really create anything. They're just adding extra value to their Walmart Plus package. That's a win-win for everybody involved.
Julie?
I'm so curious. Sorry, I'm so curious what it would mean for Walmart to continue to expand in terms of being able to really license, and what the end game is for them, because it's not clear to me how they can best Amazon on this when so much of the business of Amazon is really what they have with AWS, and being able to use that to fund the proceeds of their core Amazon shopping business.
If I was to go look at that, I would go the other way. I would focus on Walmart's ability to do advertising. They're doing that already in their retail stores, and then you take that with being able to run ads if they get this deal done with the Disney Plus. That's where they could really catch up to Amazon. I think that's where Amazon is really, nobody really talks about the fact that they have a $30 billion advertising platform, agency, if you want to call it. I think that's where Amazon snuck up on a lot of people, including the big six.
Lynnwood, typically I'd say style drift for Walmart, but I don't think it is. And full disclosure, we have to say that, right?
Yes.
You know, who's a good-looking guy that typically sits over there?
With the hair.
With the good hair, with the blue eyes. Tim Seymour.
Have you seen my hair?
Not you.
You know what? Honestly, well, that's another show, probably. Dan hair has been unbelievable lately. But Tim Seymour and I have a relationship with Lynnwood.
Yes.
If you've been in an airport recently, Melms, you'll see us on every screen, and it's madness. With that said, you saw what happened with Axios. Content is still king. Talk to us about what you have, your vision for ReachTV.
Well, our vision is simple. It's all about community and culture. So when we first launched it was about truth and positivity, and then we shifted and move that to community and culture, because when you produce and you talk about stories around community and culture, it resonates with people. And being in 90 airports across the U.S. and Canada and expanding globally, you're really telling that story of what's going on in each community, and every community is different. Actually, there's sex inside of each community. So if you're in Boston, South Boston is much different than one side of Boston. So being able to tell those stories, be able to connect to people in their travel, and be able to take travel into a lean back experience versus a lean forward, we're already stressed. ReachTV's job is to make that a lean back experience.
So that's why you're so comfortable in saying Walmart is an ad company. I mean, when you're in a Walmart, they've got screens, so you can relate to that sort of model. So
I can, but I think, with Walmart, they're a little bit different than we are, because we're talking about people sitting for 70, 80 minutes. But I do think that Walmart has, when I look at retail media, I look at it as this way. They are the last thing you see before you make a purchase. Right. That's really powerful. So that's where Walmart is a media company.
Yeah. Lynnwood, great to see you in person. Lynnwood Bibbens of ReachTV. Bano, what do you think of this potential partnership? It's interesting to think about Walmart using it for advertising.
It is. I think Lynnwood brings up a lot of good points. If he's still with us, I actually had a question for him, if that's possible.
That's bringing back the guest, Bono.
Yeah, that's a
defense in fast food.
Is that an absolute no?
Question?
It is, but he had a very interesting op-ed that I found extremely interesting, and I wanted to speak to it, give him an opportunity to speak to it. Would you mind touching on the DEI initiatives and the impact that they have on upfront spend allocation?
I think it's a touchy subject for a lot of people. For me, it's more just looking at those letters. And I always focus on the E, equity, because that's really what we're talking about. The D&I are, something you can play around with. The equity is quantifiable. You can actually, and for upfronts, it's really quantifiable from a media company, because when the upfronts happen, they're able to make commitments to you upfront, so now you can go and invest. And what I tell everybody is, when you invest in Black-owned media, you're giving me the dollars so I can go out and make my team diverse and include the people and the stories that we want to tell about this diverse community. That's why it's such an important thing. And I think if you're going to make the commitment, follow through. And I think I've seen a lot of my name used on things, but not the execution on the other end. And that's a little bit frustrating. But there's been great people that are stepped up and want to do right. And I truly believe both the brands and the agencies want to do it. I think you have to keep working on the process.
Lynnwood, thank you once again.
No problem.